Shalom miners, Technicals here. It's time for the weekly mining switch up where I take a look at the state of mining, the state of things, and decide what I'm going to mine for the week. If you're not subscribed or new to the channel, I do this every single week, so follow along with me and maybe you can take something from this and apply it to your operation. I'm the Technicals, let's get into it. All right, so Bitcoin on a bit of a run up, new all-time high this week, 70K. Where's it gonna go from here? I don't know. In my opinion, it's the ETF driving this because if you look at Google Trends, the interest in Bitcoin, it's pretty low. They've got this dotted line here. So I'm guessing that's indicative of where they think it's gonna go, or I'm not sure if the data's not solid yet, but if you look back here in 2021, during the previous all-time high, it was a rating of 53. I don't know what this rating is, but if you look back at the bull run that I was really present for, it was up to 100. Things were astronomical. 50 something here, and it's pretty low here. So for Bitcoin to hit an all-time high with the normal retail type people involved, maybe a ways to run. And it's before the halving, which traditionally does not happen. So when we mine things, when we're looking at things to mine, I'm doing it on the expectation that we've got a ways to run. So things that I'm going to mine and hold and wait for things to explode in value. Previously as well, I only had the 3 GPU mining rig. I've mentioned that several times, but I've actually shown some love to the GPU department. We're rolling with more GPUs now, so we got a little bit better hash, but we're still gonna play the speculative side of things. Usually on these videos, I take a look at Bitcoin Talk to see if any new coins have come out, but I did a video yesterday highlighting 5 new coins that came out last week. So check that video out, link in the description below, or just go to my channel and watch every single video, watch it all the way through so I get lots of money. But we already went through this, nothing new now because I shot that video about, 30 minutes ago. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight to where we always end up, and that's miningpoolstats.stream. Taking a look at their new proof of work coin section, we can see that there have been a few additions since last week. Cubics, which we highlighted yesterday, CPU coin on Ghost Rider. Vortex, that's the Neoscript, we don't mess with that. X11, don't mess with that. Nautilus, that was not in yesterday's video. That is on Carlson hash, so that's GPU mineable. Nautilus is a gaming coin. If you go over to the website, it's another nondescript gaming coin. Gaming coins, there's a lot of them out right now. I think the power behind gaming coins is really the same power that drives AI-based coins or whatever the meta du jour is with cryptocurrency. People think that gaming is the way to go, is the foot in the door for success. So Nautilus on Carlson hash, we'll go ahead and put it on the maybe list. Going back to Ursula, we did a video on Ursula, did quite well. Ursula was listed on Zegix, although it did the Zegix dance where it opens really, really high when Zegix is dumping the coins that they got paid in, and then it's kind of fizzled, a little bit. Same thing with Vish AI. I'm hanging on to my Vish, I'm hanging on to my Ursula, on the hopes that when altcoin season comes, if it ever does, that those can kind of go back to where they were. Because again, I don't have a lot. I was only mining it with 3 GPUs. I was mining Vish with 1 CPU. So it's not, a few tens of dollars worth at this point. But if it goes through the roof, then hey, it could turn into $1 billion. I don't know. I'd rather roll the dice and just hang on to a $10 worth of coins that could go to zero. On the chance that they go to $1 billion. So I'm gonna hang on to those. For shits and giggles, let's go over to what to mine to see what we're rolling with here. So little sneak preview here. I'm now rolling with 6 4070s. Video coming out on that. I'm gonna try to make it a new miner type video because those get a shitload of views. And the 3080 Ti telling me that Nexapow is my most profitable, followed by NiceHash, most profitable. Ironfish, maybe go back on Ironfish, I'm not sure. We'll take a look and see where it is on miningpoolstats.stream. Narai, haven't been on there for a while, and Narai hasn't had much in the way of price appreciation since I first started mining about 3 months ago. I'm gonna head over here to hashrate.no to see what it tells me is the most profitable on a 4070. We've got an idea basically on what the most profitable things to mine are, but we wanna know what's gonna go up in the future. We don't wanna mine the most profitable thing right now. Although with the market going up, maybe we should switch gears and do that. I don't know. Altcoin season really hasn't kicked in yet, in my opinion. So now may be the best time to do speculative plays. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Give me some engagement here. Going over to miningpoolstats.stream, this is where I always end up. If you're new to the channel, this shows every proof of work coin. What I typically do is I sort by difficulty change here and then go ascending. I go down here until I start getting some data, and what I'm looking for are coins that have had a big difficulty drop, because difficulty drop means that if I mine it, I get more block reward, I get better yield. That means I get more X factor if it goes up. And so when you start sorting from the bottom here, you're going to get some real dog shit, and then you just have to parse it from there. So typically what I'll do is I'll look at volume, I'll see if the coin has the volume behind it, because it doesn't make sense to mine a coin if you can't sell it. And then I kind of make my decision based on that. Okay, Game Pass. Game Pass rug pulled this week. I didn't do much reading on it, and if indeed it is a super duper rug pull, then I'm not gonna mess with it, but I wanna think like a whale, okay? What would a whale do? If Game Pass could turn it around and a bunch of normies come in, Game Pass is a strong name because I'm really only concerned with psychology versus the technology at this point. Zonka Pouch, GPU mineable, difficulty's way down, price is way down. You can jump on it. It's at 8K in volume. That's maybe enough. You know, let's put Game Pass on the super speculative list. Here's our next one, Friend, which we've been on all damn week. 43% drop in difficulty with only 4% drop in price. So I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps it is people getting off of Friend to chase profitability on Clore, on Nexapal, something like that. I have no idea. I'm not following the news on all these coins. I don't have that kind of time. I barely have enough time to do this. So maybe let's keep Friend on the maybe list. I mean, maybe are we going to start splitting our week and mining, changing up halfway through? I'm not sure. Meow Coin. People keep asking me about Meow Coin. It's going on the maybe list. The meme coins, I don't know. It's not that I'm opposed to meme coins. Someone said I was anti-meme coin, and that is completely wrong because I am into any coin that makes me money. But Meow Coin seeing a 40% drop in difficulty, 23% drop in price. I'm not sure why. 8K in volume. It's not a lot. It's you're kind of playing with fire there. But I have no Meow Coin, and it's on Kapow, so it's GPU mineable. We're putting it on the maybe list. This list is growing quick. All right, here's a new one. I've not seen Nicotonium before, but I like that name. Nicotonium, it's like nicotine. On Ghost Rider, 35% drop in diffy, 47% drop in price, only 2K in volume. That's not gonna make the maybe list, no. Subi Network, a CPU coin. I have no Subi coin on Ghost Rider. Problem is my CPUs are all tuned up for Random X. There's Ursula showing up on the list, 30% drop in hash, 76% drop in price. So, you know, maybe go back on Ursula. I'm not sure. If you recall the video, the website looked great. It looked like they had some work behind it. Now, it wasn't a great split between mining and masternode. But again, that's the game theory. That's them, you know, putting it together to try to go long haul to get people to lock up coins. So, you know, maybe in the run up here, we'll put Ursula back on the list, but that's on the super speculative list. Right, here's Neoxa. I was waiting to see this one where it was. 20% drop in net hash, 10% drop in price. I do like Neoxa because I like the idea of mining to the node for the node rewards. iNodes, you know, they take a big cut, but you know, anything above 0 is, you know, better than 0. So. We're putting that on the maybe list. Zeph. Okay, so I've been off Zeph. I've been on nice hash with my CPUs while I do some finalizations in the mining shed. But I'm thinking Zeph is a strong contender for CPU mining this week because rumor has it that the X5 is going to get an update to allow for Zeph mining, or there'll be a new device for Zeph mining. If that's the case and Bitmain's involved, then maybe they're going to start pumping money into Zeph. I don't know. But 1.3 million in action, 70% drop in difficulty. I'm just gonna go ahead and say right now, that's where I'm going this week for the CPUs. AI Power Grid, maybe putting that on the maybe list. AI Power Grid, because we mined that for like all of 5 minutes before. So I went ahead and just opened a tab for everything that's on our current maybe list for GPU. Game Pass is on the super speculative list, along with Ursula and Meowcoin. Those are super duper speculative. Gosh, on the run up, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it is time to go super speculative. So I'm gonna say no to Narai. I'm gonna say, is Friend, what's the market cap on Friend? 2.69 million. God, big difficulty drop. So we're keeping that. Meowcoin, almost $1 million on Meowcoin. Neoxa, let's see. What's the X factor? So we're currently at 0.4 of a cent, topped out at 1.7 cents. So the X factor is not as hard. It's not as crazy. So we're going to leave Neoxa alone. AI Power Grid. Let's take a look at the all-time on there. Again, I'm looking for the X factor on the assumption that this returns to its all-time high. What factor will I get in return? This is a stupid way to do it. I'm sure there are better ways to do it, but it's the best one I got right now. 23 cents currently, or what is it going for? So currently it's going for a quarter, and it topped out at 78 cents, but it's a pretty new coin. It only came out here at the very end of the year, so it's only a few months old. It doesn't have any sort of historical to really go on. 78 cents, so it's 3x. I don't know that that really plays in. I'm not excusing what Game Pass, whatever happened there, but going here, it says that a core dev said that a co-founder stole 50 grand and disappeared. That's like a partial rug pull. The network's still up, it's still operating. Will that hurt it in a Super Bowl run in an alt season? I'm not sure. It really will. But if we're looking at all-time high, it never really went anywhere. 0.3 of a cent. Now it's at 0.08 of a cent. So there's certainly an X factor there. What I think I want to do is maybe mine Game Pass for a day. Just give it a day, the one rig, see how much Game Pass I can get, sit on it. If something happens, cool. If it doesn't, then I'm out, like the $3 in electricity or whatever it is. But then I want to move on to something else. So it's either going to be Friend, which we've been on all last week, Meowcoin, a new one, or AI Power Grid. It's got the AI behind it. All right, so as I stated, we're going to do Game Pass for a day. So I'm going to let this run for roughly 24 hours. I'll change it up tomorrow. But we switched over our GPU rig to Game Pass, and then following that, I think I'm going to do Meowcoin for the rest of the week. We may pull off, but I don't have any Meowcoin. I do have some AI Power Grid, an insignificant amount, but I think there's maybe more headroom, and it's a meme coin, so people typically will like jackknife a meme coin through the roof, and that's really what I'm looking for. And for the CPUs, we're going back on Zeph. We're getting those CPUs off. Let's get them off. Get them off. Get them off. Get me back on Zeph. I want to be on Zeph. All three. Back on Zeph. I know I can do this with like one function in HiveOS, but I like doing it one by one because it makes me feel like I have more miners than I actually do. All right, so we're all set up and running. We got the 3 CPUs on Zeph because we think Zeph's gonna do some things. We got the GPU rig on Game Pass for one day and one day only, and then we're gonna move over to Meowcoin. All right, fellas, so that's the squeeze. That's what we're mining for this week. Again, if you're new to the channel or not subscribed and you wanna follow along with what I do week to week, be sure to give me a like, give me a subscription. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and I'd love to know if I missed a coin or is there something that you're favoring. I didn't know about Meowcoin until someone commented about it. Let me know in the comments below. I'm TheTechnicals. See you next time.